And we should be live. What is up, guys? How you guys doing? Let me move my microphone here. All right. What a chapter. I cannot lie. Like, what a goddamn chapter. Toto, Choso, Flames. Got information on that. Oh my goodness. Hey, Rye Guy. What's up? JR. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's late. For me, it is 10:30 p.m. What time is it for you guys? For me, this is like a very late stream. I haven't done a late night stream in I think like a year and a half, I think. So, quite late, but I was like, I just wanted to go live. I know it's not the best time ideally in terms of when people are on YouTube, but fuck it, man. I just want to talk about the chapter. Adam, what's good? Kilroy, what's good? I saw you weighing as well. I saw you weighing. Appreciate that. I mean, yeah, this chapter was... oh my god. Because now that we have the translations, we have the pages, like, fully... No, it's still not as clear as it could be, but... man, the Choso Death was... I'll admit, it is like masterclass writing. It was phenomenal. It was so well written. But I think it doesn't change how much it hurts. I think it makes it worse. It makes it hurt more. It hits hard, yeah. W chapter, it made me sad. Don't think there's a sadder death than Choso. I agree, man. I mean... I don't want to like sad scale, death scale. Who's got the saddest death? But man, what are like the saddest deaths in JJK? And people said Gojos is pretty sad. Naname's was pretty sad. For me, I think Rika was really, really sad, but it wasn't as tragic. And it was pretty tragic, but Choso's was a bit like, because he knew he was dying and he was giving his final words to his brother. That was, oh my god. The binding vows are insane. Yeah, that's a video on tomorrow. So tomorrow at around 4 p.m. UK time, should have a video on that. Why binding vows are an issue. Can't say for the stream, but yeah, rest in peace, Choso. Good to see you though, Trigger. Good to see you. I think the longest member, you're tied of Corey G, as like the longest member on the channel. So appreciate you. Good to see you stop by, and yeah. R.I.P. Choso, man. Like seriously, we need to get a massive R.I.P. for Choso, man. It is rough out here. It is rough. You know what I mean? It was sad, yeah. I mean, overall, because we have the chapter, so we have the full translations to the chapter, so I'll give it a couple more minutes, let some people come through. So when more people are in, I'll do a full review of the chapter. I'll like break it down in depth, go over all the translations which we've gone, which is everything. So Backup Kaisen did do the translations, and yeah, we'll see what this chapter is all about. I mean, Toto as well, as you can see in the thumbnail. Toto's got his. We see him rip off the band-aid at the end, and we see something underneath it. So I'm seeing a lot of theories around that. Some people are saying it's like Garyuda, he's got Garyuda wrapped up, which I don't agree. I think the Shikigami should die when Garyuda dies, but I mean, who knows what binding vow conditions may have been attached to Garyuda. I'm seeing people say, this is me, the Mechamaru robot hand. I love that theory, that Blaziken. He was the first one I think I heard say that. The Mechamaru hand. That's pretty awesome. Have you seen the translate? Yeah, I've read the backup translations, Backup Kaisen, so about all like the Fuga, the binding vows. I can't lie, like the binding vows, I know it's a part of the system and all that stuff, but like Sukuna's really abusing it. He is really abusing those binding vows pretty heavily. Like it is pretty crazy. I mean, still though, I don't really blame him, but I just wonder what it's going to look like by the end of this fight. Because, I mean, he's put so many restrictions and nerfs on himself. You know what I mean? Hey, good to see you, Zizu. Hate this chapter as a Sukuna fan. I thought you'd like it. Sukuna, got another kill. I mean, I was kind of saying how I was frustrated. I really regret saying this. I was frustrated how Sukuna didn't kill that many people. There's only 3 so far. And then next chapter, like days after I say that, he kills my favorite character. Okay, I'll give GEGE tell me. Thank you very much. Hey, Dynamic Weave. Good to see you, man. Really good to see you. How long till Sukuna's binding vows completely collapse on himself? that's the real question here, man. This guy's put like 50 binding vows on himself. It is insane. He's a binding vow like merchant. What the hell? Like if you put Sukuna in the Hunter x Hunter world, like this guy, oh my goodness, he would be abusing contracts. But one out for Choso, tragic. It was tragic, man. It was tragic. Did the stream die? It died for a sec. Yeah, sorry about that. My internet's not the best in the world, so if it does die, just refresh the page or just wait a couple seconds. I'm really sorry about that. There's nothing I can do. My internet's just it's pretty garbage. But yeah, Choso, man, I can't even lie. That shit hurt. That hurt a lot. I mean, you guys saw my reaction on Twitter, that mini live stream I did. God, I am not okay. I mean, I've had some time to, rest, think on it, and, it is what it is. Damn. Notice how you're switching who's your favorite character after they got packed up or die? Me. I don't think so. I mean, wait, Choso's been my favorite for years. I don't know, maybe like new here or something. I don't blame. Listen, if it's like your first time here, I don't blame you if that's what you're thinking. But I've said it like I think for years, especially on tweets. Just check the tweets, man. It doesn't even matter, man. He's dead. Doesn't even matter. Like doesn't matter like who's his favorite, but he has been my favorite for quite a while. I think at least a year. He's been my number one. So my top 5, by the way. So I'll say this now: Choso, Kashimo, Yorozu, Yuji, and Higuruma. 4 of my top 5 are dead. It's very unfortunate. I can vouch for that. Yeah, I mean, maybe they're just new. I understand that. Stream ended? Really, guys? Is the internet like bugging out that much? Are we good? I think we're good. I don't know. Let me check. On my OBS, it says we're good. I'm part 2. I'm part 2. I'm sorry, I actually can't read. What the hell? I'm probably the only 2 people who didn't feel anything after Choso's death. Wait, why? Seriously? Wait, what the hell? I mean, I don't know. Is stream good? What a crazy top 5? Yeah. I mean, these are my favorites. There's no Akari, obviously. There's no chance Akari to be my top 5. Absolutely no chance. And if that guy just beat Urume a bit faster, I mean, he could have saved Choso, but of course, he's just being stalled. Absolutely being stalled. There will never be a brother moment between Choso and Todo. Yeah, I mean, that was the biggest, big frustration I had. I think I saw it on the video as well. How, we could have had a Choso Todo. You could still kill off Choso, but, at least have Todo and Choso interact, talk, have some, I don't know, Triple Brothers team up, something like that. That would have been crazy. I was sad Choso died, but I'm glad he died saving his brother. Yeah, he had quite the death. I can't even lie. It was very tragic, but very heroic. If the stream keeps cutting out, I can't lie. I might just have to end it. I can't lie. I really don't want to. Damn, why is my internet acting like this? This is so frustrating. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. There's nothing I can do. GEGE cooked Choso, the goated brother. Yeah. It was so, Choso died for Todo to step in. You could have just had both of them, GEGE. Making a Choso analysis? Yeah, I was kind of wanted to do, a whole comprehensive, the greatest character in JJK. I imagine we're going to see a lot of those after Choso's death. Mine's not going to come out for a while, though. I think at least, a week or 2, though. Because I have some other things I want to do before that. Maybe a bit longer for Choso. Maybe, sometime after. Definitely think you should, it's the perfect time to make an analysis on a character after they die. Because, their character arc's finished, so now you can fully talk about them. You saw what GEGE's vision was for them. If you do that for Higuruma, Kashimo, obviously Choso's the best right now. But yeah, I mean, Kashimo's is a bit frustrating, I can't even thinking about that one. Thinking about the difference between how Choso and Kashimo were treated, I wish Kashimo was treated like Choso, but it is what it is. At least Choso was treated, well. Yeah, actually, that's what I want to talk about. Sky XT. JJK Community Weekly switch up going to be annoying. How they call this bad. It is really, really weird. I cannot lie how people are saying this is bad. Let me share my screen. Let me share my big monitor. Here we go. Alright, and let me move the chat on this side. Here we go. So look at this. This person said, I couldn't believe this. I think I genuinely had, my brain just rotted as I was reading this. They said, how is GEGE gonna sit there? This is very stupid. One of the... no offense to this person, it's nothing personal, this was just a horrible take. How is GEGE gonna sit there and create a character so considerate, right? Here's the craziest part. A man who puts his family before himself, only to reduce him to the big brother sacrifice himself to protect his little brother trope. This is contradicting itself. I don't think you realize a man who put himself before, a man who put his family before himself is the epitome. It is the pinnacle. It is it is, I don't know, the zenith of the big brother who sacrificed himself to. It is that. he literally contradicts himself in the same sentence, or it's like he answered his own question, but with a question. I don't get it. Like he's questioning how did GEGE like reduce him to the big brother, sacrifice himself, but he answers it himself. It's because Choso is a man who puts his family before himself. That person blocked you? Really, Restless? Why did they block you? Like, oh, what the hell? I clicked OG on Anobi accident. I miss him. I wish he just stayed to the Raptors. I don't know why we got rid of him. We drafted him. He was great, but I guess because we were rebuilding. But I don't know why. I don't know. I think I accidentally clicked that. Yeah, look at this. I even tweeted this. People no longer read to comprehend, but read to criticize. Like, it is true, man. What is this? Sacrificing himself to save Yuji is the pinnacle of a man who put his family before himself. It's just wild. Because he said, did you read your own tweet? Bro, there's no way this guy unironically said that. No, it's nothing personal to this guy. I don't know him. It's my first time seeing him as far as I know. I don't think I've ever seen him before. And it's just a very stupid tweet. And the tweet got like 6k likes, by the way. At least when I last saw. So maybe more by now. 6k likes on no reading comprehension. Oh my goodness. The fandom's cooked. The fan base, I'm telling you guys, is cooked. Absolutely cooked. And this was frustrating. So again, in January 6th, I tweeted, if Yuji... Oh, this is so depressing. If Yuji finally calls Choso Big Brother directly in Choso's dying moments, I'll cry for a week straight and never forgive GEGE. So this was like half a year ago. And of course it happened. Like, this GEGE is reading my tweets, man. This guy, oh my goodness. Like, word for word, bar for bar. Really, GEGE? Really? Oh my goodness. I hope it's just a loud minority. I mean, the whole GEGE is like bad at writing is unfortunately not a minority. It's loud, but it's not a minority either. Like, you can have GEGE drop a masterclass writing like this, and people will still say, oh, it's bad, it's bad. Like, this, people don't read to comprehend or to understand or to enjoy. People read to be cynical and criticize. It's the sort of the generation we're in. I mean, it's not always like that, but it usually becomes the case when a story becomes hyper mainstream, like JJK. So you got a lot of, like, I don't want to be rude to this person, but, you know, all I'll say is, like, very, very bad takes, alright? Very, very horrible takes like this, because the fan base is so big, you know? It's sort of like what we have to deal with. It's just unfortunate. I can't lie. Yes, Sukuna and Binding Vows. I thought this was great. This was just phenomenal. Love to see it for Choso, man. Absolutely love to see it. Yeah, like, seriously, he was incredibly reliable from the beginning. Zero reasons to be hated, zero missed chance to help Yuji. 7 times he's been more useful than the rest of the cast. I mean, it's true though. He like said he'll beat Yuji, he did. Said he'd beat Naoya, he did. Said he's gonna help against Kenjaku, he did. He's just going. This was pretty crazy though. This is just part of the meme format, so I don't think he did it on purpose. But give me liberty, give me fire. Oh my goodness, give Choso fire. It's rough. It is what it is. Yeah, Meimei Ui. I think they're the MVPs. I think a lot of people have. It's not like a new take or a hot take. Everyone's been saying this. It's just true. Meimei and Ui are just simply the MVPs of Shinjuku Showdown. If not for them, like, I'm serious, the cast would have been incinerated by Sukuna a long time ago. Like, Yuji would 100% be dead. Choso would be dead. I mean, it's faster. Maki, I mean, yeah, Maki would already be dead. Let's be honest, because Yuta would have been dead. They would have been cooked. They would have been absolutely cooked. Kusakabe would have died. He would have, like, they would have all just insta died, pretty much, not nerfing Sukuna. It is what it is. Of course, you know me. I gotta slander my guy Hikari. I gotta slander him. I mean, it is a bit true. You know what I mean? No, like, how do you have Todo coming from the top rope? Todo came out of nowhere. He genuinely just came out of thin air before Hikari fought Sukuna. Like, that's crazy. I can't even. That is crazy. Yeah, and then it was just this for Choso. This is just me. Like, the moment I found out about Choso, I was just down. All right, I think it is about time. How long has this been streaming up? I think it's been about 10 minutes, right? Yeah, it's been 10 minutes actually. Yeah, okay. Now it's time to get into the review. So I'll read the chapter live, break it down, and review it live. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to hide the monitor and go, because I can't show that. If I show the panels, I'll get copyright strike live. Let me change the wallpaper though. To something like, how about this one? Wait, let it load. If it would, holy, there we go. Oh god, that's actually making my thing lag though. Oh, it's got the time and everything. That's pretty cool. I wish it would have I wish it wasn't so laggy. Yeah, this one looks really cool. How about this one? Let's see. I mean, is there any character you guys want to see? I could put like... This one's pretty cool. This one's actually really awesome. And then there's also this one, Maybe. I mean, not a bad shout. Maybe. Now, I don't know too... This is like fantastic art, but I think this one looked really good as a background. This one. Okay. So, alright, so page 1. So the chapter is called, okay, of course, Shinjuku Showdown 31. Good god. Alright. Think of another title, GEGE. And it's pretty much right now, so on the first page we have Choso and Kamo and Yuji all talking, they're training. You know the convergence trick. Since the substitution training was decided with Kusakabe and Akotsu, then I need to work hard on blood manipulation technique. Even so... Oh, so basically Yuji traded with Kusakabe for Simple Domain, and Yuta, for some reason, we don't really know. I mean, I saw a really good theory by Al on Twitter, and she said that maybe that was so Yuji wouldn't be affected by Yuta's shirt hit. So because he was like, the body and the soul are the same, it's a really good theory. Because Yuta and Yuji, which is confirmed, I guess they swapped souls, they were partners, that was why he wasn't a target of the shirt hit. But yeah, so it was Kusakabe and Yuta that Yuji swapped it. Even so, it's only a month, so I need tips fast. So basically, he's training with blood manipulation raw, so no soul swapping on that. All Choso says is the convergence is, that's it. That's right. Are you serious, man? He just can't explain it. He does it all on instinct, as we see him later say in this chapter. And, hey, Seven Sins, good to see you. Glad I could make it. Yeah, this was a very late night stream, so I imagine maybe that's why you can make it this time. And then here we go. Kamo really goes in depth with the explanation. It could be similar to the sensation when you immerse yourself in hot water and the heat gradually spreads. You have to imagine the blood vessels expanding and creating silhouette of the body like heat. This is mainly the basis of blood manipulation technique. Like when you pee? Well, okay, that'll do too. Yuji, pretty funny, I can't lie, that's pretty hilarious. Kamo just continues to explain. Convergence is a technique that compresses blood, so it's a good idea to develop the sensation of holding large objects in your hand by rolling up sponges and paper in one go. Aluminium cans and clay are also a good option. So pretty interesting. This is probably how the Kamo clan teach. It's like a technique passed down for blood manipulation use. It's sort of like a manual on how to learn a technique, which we know the Gojo clan had. Ten Shadows very likely had. There's no reason why the Kamo clan wouldn't have this, since Gojo did say that all the big three clans do have this. Kamo the GOAT for explaining this. I mean, yeah, the explanation was incredible from Kamo, I can't lie. And then Yuji has a very funny face as he goes, that's how it's done, Choso. Supernova, ask me about Supernova. No, I think it's better for Yuji to have a basic understanding of how to stop bleeding and make... I don't know what this is. Saturates? I don't know what that means. After all, the blood manipulation technique will only be a... oh my god, I'm not even going to try it. I'm going to butcher that. I'm not even going to try it. I think he basically, it's like a basic technique for him. He's not going to try to use it for anything big, like Supernova, or we did see him use Pissing Blood though. But he's just going to try and use it simply for, as we saw when he was fighting Sukuna when he got his leg cut off, he used it to reattach that leg and just to stop bleeding and to heal himself. Well, I mean, he has reverse cut technique to heal himself, but the death pain does really help with that, how his body's made up of that. Then we get an insane, absolutely insane double page spread for Sukuna, where he's got the flame, and instead of a fire arrow, so, I mean, it's sort of like the fire arrow pose, but because he's missing one of his hands, he doesn't have it back like a fire arrow, he's more got it like a finger gun. And it just looks absolutely wild, I can't lie. Let me change, actually wait, let me switch the background to Sukuna for this moment. Let me see if I got a really good Sukuna one. Sukuna. You know, maybe Choso, maybe Gojo actually. Why not Gojo? But who doesn't like Gojo? And... let's see, there we go. Let's just switch it to Gojo. Alright. And here you go, the narrator really just goes on a whole explanation here. Only after going through the preparations of the food with dismantle and cleave, the door of the hearth will open. So, interesting, it kind of says that to use the flames, you need to use cleave and dismantle first. I guess, like, the preparation, what does that mean? I guess maybe you just need to cut people up with it or something like that, I don't know. The execution of hearth is forbidden in the case of many against Sukuna, except within a domain expansion. Due to the binding vow, all substances that have been turned into dust by the... I'm really curious about that. The execution of Hearth is forbidden in the case of many against Sukuna. I wonder if it wasn't originally like that, but maybe this was a binding vow he made in the Heian Era to nerf, because we know Sukuna's a binding vow merchant. So maybe in the Heian Era, he made the binding vow to make it really powerful one time to forever nerf, sort of like how he nerfed the World Ending Slash forever. So maybe originally, he could fire the... because there's no reason why he wouldn't have been able to fire off the Hearth, the Flaming Arrow, the Divine Flame at many people, but he probably made that binding vow to only be able to use it against one person except within a domain to make it way stronger in whatever fight he was having in the Heian Era. That's my own personal theory on that. Due to this binding vow, all substances that have been turned into dust by the expansion of curse technique... Oh, sorry, let me just read that again. I was focused on something else. Due to this binding vow, all substances that have been turned into dust by the expansion of the curse technique of the Malevolent Sanctuary domain acquire an explosive cursed energy equal to that of Hearth. So basically saying, if he's using it after the domain expansion Malevolent Shrine, because of all the dust and the compression, all that crazy stuff, it makes the technique way stronger. So the flames being used after a domain expansion reduces everything to dust, makes the flames exponentially stronger. The flames of the Hearth have no speed in contrast to their firepower, as well as the limited area of effect. Wait, let me read that again. The flames of the Hearth have no speed, fair enough, in contrast to their firepower, so it's a slow technique. As well as the limited area of effect. So I guess it doesn't have a big... I guess maybe this is because the area of effect is only as big as the domain, because it's kind of trapped in there. I think that's sort of what I'm interpreting it as. To solve these problems, Sukuna imposed a binding vow on himself. Furthermore, Sukuna has temporarily changed the specifications of the oh my goodness. This is pretty crazy. I just kind of skipped over that. To solve these problems, Sukuna imposed a binding vow on himself. Really? Really, Sukuna? It is what it is. Furthermore, Sukuna has temporarily changed the specifications of the barrier, limiting the entry and exit of living beings, except the area of effect of Malevolent Sanctuary, so Malevolent Shrine, hermetically sealed, without reducing its output of cursed energy. And there's also a note, translations note. Hermetically sealed is due to the high temperature burning of substances, causing a pull and pulse through the vacuum in the domain, which will be explained later. Alright, we'll get an explanation of that later. It is what it is. Let me go to the next. So really cool double page spread. A lot, even more. Another double page spread here. This is pretty crazy. We have Urume looking like Gojo when he said, "Nah, I'd win." And Urume says, "Victory is in our hands," as there's a bright flash of light that illuminates Urume, Hakari as he looks back on the explosion, and Yuji as he stares down the explosion as it happens. And we see the flame just go, and boom. It is a huge explosion, similar to the one we saw in the manga, when he fires it to Mahoraga and we see the absolute nuclear bomb that goes off. The dust that has been transformed into a oh my goodness, I'm gonna butcher this so badly. Thermobaric? Alright, you know what, fuck it, man. Thermobaric, but I think that's how I say it, Thermobaric. If you can correct me if I'm saying it wrong. Thermobaric explosive cloud spreads to all corners of the domain. Due to the heat of the Hearth, a high temperature shockwave within an instantaneous and explosive transition, combined with the decompression and super compression, so not just normal compression, leads to the death of all living beings within the domain. God, this technique is insane. This is the final secret technique of Ryomen Sukuna, who annihilated Mahoraga in one blow. God damn. And here we go, so more just from the narrator. The fight against Satoru Gojo, due to various changes that were made on the settings of the barrier and the technique, and the constant reductions of the area of effect, he had sealed the Hearth. He could... oh, sorry. It's just, I don't know, it's a bit far away. That's why I'm butchering it so much. He'd sealed the Hearth because he couldn't fully manifest its power. So interesting, he could use the fire against Gojo, but because he could never use it at its max power, that's why he never used it against Gojo. Because it wouldn't have been strong enough to kill him. Unless it was just going to one-shot Gojo, there was no point because Gojo would have healed. So pretty interesting. This does really help Gojo's case. Because, you know, I myself was one of the people who said the reason he didn't use the flames is because he's holding back. But it seems like, no, he didn't use the flames because he just didn't get an opportunity to. So that really helps Gojo. Like, when you talk about Gojo in versus battles against Sukuna, that really helps him. Even Sukuna's attack being tanked isn't looking too good for my goat. I mean, in all fairness, it did kill Choso. It's not really much of a tank, but in my own theory, I think Choso made a binding vow to tank it, because this is an attack that would one-shot Mahoraga and would one-shot Gojo at full power. So and there's no way Choso could just tank it. Well, even his life would be enough. I think what he probably did is he made a binding vow to make the ball of blood around Yuji as strong as possible, and that is why it was strong enough to just resist the attack for Yuji. I think otherwise, there's no way any sort of ball of blood Choso makes, no matter how much blood or cursed energy puts in, is tanking. There's just no chance. If it one-shots Gojo or Mahoraga. That's why it gave Choso's life. It must have been the binding vow. And then Choso says Yuji, as we see Choso looks down on him. It says, Choso, what? And let's go to this is very, very sad right here. It was just, it was just depressing, man. Whoa, this is not the right page. Let me go to next. We are the exception. Hey, respect Toto, man. He's here, he's in, and I'm sure Toto's gonna kick ass. I'm sure he will. Alright, here we go. We see Yuji is looking at Toto inside of the ball of blood, and Yuji's saying, don't do that. And I can't lie, maybe these translations are a bit off because they're different from Miyamura's, so take it with a grain of salt, but what's his name? I was gonna say Toto. Choso says, I couldn't help but being useless in the training, all because I'm sentimental, which is pretty interesting because Miyamura's translation said, it's because I do everything on instinct. I think that's more accurate than because I'm sentimental. That makes no sense. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this translation is correct. I don't really know. We'll wait for TCB. And then Yuji says, Choso, and before he finishes, Choso says, sentimental, you say. That's a bit of an exaggeration, don't you think? Or I think Yuji's the one saying that. And then obviously we get they're sort of back in this imaginary world. It's the same place where Choso had those fake memories, which is, pretty crazy. And pretty sad. It's very sad. So you see the two empty seats of where Eso and Chietsu would have been. Yuji, you were able to learn the reverse curse technique very quickly. Sukuna used reverse curse technique on my own body, didn't he? It's not my fault. Don't worry. There's no need for that. The youngsters always eventually surpass the eldest. So he's talking about siblings. Even so, that doesn't mean you should that he should abandon you, does it? See, the translations are a bit like, it's really weird because usually Kaisen back have really good translations, but these ones are a bit off. I don't really understand. It just doesn't make sense what Yuji's saying. It makes no sense. Even so, it doesn't mean he should abandon you. What? I think what he's trying to say is like, it doesn't mean you should abandon me. And then Choso says, that's right, I owe Yuki an apology. Forgive me, Yuji. And then the translation is so weird. Choso says, I won't leave you alone again. Which is what he's doing right now. It's a bit odd. But, what are you talking about? You were there for me when I was at my worst, weren't you? That's enough. Pretty, sweet words. I can't lie. Very touching words from Yuji. And it's true, every time Yuji was at his lowest, Choso was there to help him. And then Choso says, it's true. And then we get, a So, by the way, I think what we're seeing in this moment when he's talking to the death paintings is a flashback. It's a flashback right here. Because it wasn't that as clear in Miyamura's thingy, but I think that right here is not the afterlife, but it's a flashback. Choso and Yuji are already in the afterlife, but this flashback here is probably what was going on for the 150 years while Choso and the death paintings were inactive. Where we see them ask, Big brother, are you there? Yes, I am. Brother, I'm cold. It's okay, let's talk for a while. If we talk, the cold won't be there for us. So this was probably what was going on for the past 150 years. And then we see Choso thinking after that flashback. Could it be that our 150 years were just a few days for Yuji? And then Yuji says, Anaki, and then thank you. So he's like, big brother, thank you. And then Choso also says, thank you, Yuji, for being my little brother. Yeah, it's just tragic. God damn. Is this live? Maybe. I think maybe we are live. Who knows? Imagine spending 150 years in the dark cold. That is it is. Kenjaku is twisted, man. This guy is so evil. This guy, I'm so glad he's dead. Hopefully he's dead. I hope he comes back for the story, but you know what I mean. And as we see Choso, like, he becomes basically just ashes. Like, actually, his blood just vanishes into ashes, and it is just sad. And Yuji, like, looks around just sad. He's like, guys, where are they? He's like, can anyone hear me? It's very depressing. And they see Sukuna walking in through the smoke. He had convinced himself that he was a cog in a wheel, a part that would play its role no matter what. He was supposed to avenge his big brother for betting his life to protect him. But the scorched earth before his eyes, the heat beginning to emanate, and the thin air shook the foundations of his determination. That's crazy, man. To shake Yuji's determination, that's how you know it really hits hard. And then we see that Sukuna steps in through the smoke, looking raw, as Yuji says Sukuna. And on the opposite side, we see Todo steps in with a bandage around his hand. So we see something is definitely underneath that, because he's got a bandage underneath it. It's like a ball. We don't know what though, but he's like undoing the bandages. And Yuji says Todo. And then, here we go. Like, this is the hype part of the chapter. What do you think of Nobita coming back? I'll talk about it after the chapter, but I think the chances have drastically increased after this. And then we get a flashback of Todo and Meme. Again, Meme, GOAT, absolute GOAT. And also stream elements in the chat, true. Be sure to leave a like on the stream. It does help push the stream out. Thank you very much if you do leave a like. It does help out. Thank you. Todo coming back with a curse tambourine. That's pretty funny. Got it. Todo's talking to Meme. Got it. With my crows and Mr. Todo's curse technique, we'll make the humans inside of Sukuna's domain escape out of the domain. So basically saying, like, he's gonna clap, and then it would switch the birds out with the humans. It's a domain of imminent death. There's no guarantee that they'll make it out alive, but it's better than doing nothing, isn't it? As Mr. Todo will be outside of the domain, we'll need to expand the area of the effect of Boogie Woogie considerably. It's likely that there'll be four or more targets for the curse technique. Can you do that with that arm? So it's interesting. She's not saying, can you do it with one arm? She's saying, can you do it with that arm? Who knows? But I can feel it. The beats of Boogie Woogie. Love to hear it from Choto. And by the way, Choto, dead serious this entire chapter. Even in the flashback, dead serious. There's no, like, goofiness from him. But don't let my brother know about this plan. Do you know why? Miss May? Resonance, right? This is pretty interesting. So Yuji's in his 6th-9 arc, unintentionally. Ryomen Sukuna and Yuji Itadori were like one. They were, even if it was in the past. That connection between them was strong and deep. In fact, I heard that on the mission of, how do you say this, Yasuhachi Bridge, was triggered by the resonance between the finger Yuji ate and by the way, I think this is major foreshadowing for Nobita and how she's going to be useful. As I've been saying for I think I've been saying this for a year and a half. I have so many tweets and videos on this. I think a video from December of last year, so 2022 December, and like so many threads on this, how Yuji is like a Sukuna finger, the resonance will connect, and this confirms it. This absolutely confirms it right here, because their souls and bodies were one. So interesting, the Nobita coming back is more real than it's ever been. Like, it is wild. It is absolutely wild. There's a possibility that, I don't even know, like, there's so many videos I want to make after this chapter. I can't even lie. Like, I want to make so tomorrow's video is going to be a binding vow video, like why it's an issue, why maybe it is an issue, like, who knows. And then a video after that, I don't know, like, what I'm going to do, because there's so many I want to do. I might even make a poll, like, what would you guys want to see, a Nobita video again? I might have to, after this chapter, I might have to do it. I was planning on making another, like, Sukuna vs Gojo. Not like a full breakdown, but just sort of my thoughts on it after this chapter. Oh man, like maybe a Choso video. Oh, there's so much to do. Oh my gosh. At least for tomorrow, I know it's going to be the Binding Vow video. It should be up around like 4 o'clock. It should be up around then, UK time. BST time zone. There's a possibility, so Meme says, the possibility that Yuji unconsciously leaked the plan to Ryomen Sukuna's side. That's why, isn't it? Yes. Which is why I'm asking you to send a message to them to execute Okotsu's plan well before then. And then, we shouldn't tell my brother about the plan because, yep, there's no need to tell the others. My mouth will stay shut just like my wallet. Shao Meme, man. Like, Shao Meme, I'm not gonna lie, like, she's so bad, man. I can't even lie. She's too fine. It is what it is. The plan of Meme, she was accompanied by Yuta Okotsu to adjust the curse technique. Even Todo himself was unaware of the safety of his allies. Itadori and Choso, who were in the center of the domain, could not... So this is why Todo couldn't save Choso and Yuji. Because they were in the center of the domain, they could not be captured by Todo's technique. Now there was no more info... Now there was no more time to inform Yuji of his allies, because... Next page we see back in real time. All Todo says is, "I'm sorry, Budaza, but Todo, maybe it's okay." And then Yuji has like exclamation marks. Do you know why it might be okay? For believing, for now, now all we must do is believe. Because, and then we get the final page, like an absolutely crazy final page of Yuji, like Todo ripping the band. It's so similar, like it's really similar to Todo and Yuji just as about to face Mahito, where Todo rips his shirt off. This time Todo's ripping the band-aid off, and we see something underneath, but we can't see what exactly, as the GEGE cleverly cuts it out by the panel, like it goes out by the page. Now after the domain expansion of Ryomen Sukuna walks through the smoke. He's in a state where it's difficult to use his curse technique, meaning curse technique burnout basically. And the editor says the path to victory is connected by your Budazas. There we go. What an insane chapter. I'm not gonna lie, like it was just a roller coaster of a chapter from beginning to end. Like just in pure insanity. So let me show back to here. Azula's trending, what the hell? Yeah, like let me go to the chat and ask you guys to make a poll as well. I'll put that here. He rips the band-aid off and it's just a baby hand. It looks pretty huge. There's like a circular thing is underneath it, like way bigger than his normal hand. Let me make a poll. Alright, let's make a poll. Surprised there isn't a break? Yeah, because it is pretty cool that there's no break. Gonna have to really grind on the videos then because of that. Let me make chapter rating 10, 9 out of 10 masterclass. Then we'll have a 8 to 7 out of 10 great chapter. I'll say great. And we'll have like 6 to 5 good, okay, and then we'll have -5, so less than 5 bad. Stop poll. Let's see what people are saying. All right, let's see what the poll's saying, and I'll move that here. Can you explain the Fuga being dependent on the domain's range? I don't think, I don't get it if the curse technique isn't a part of the domain's sure hit. What I think is going on, Mr. 60, and I could be wrong, because these are like not the best translations in the world, so once we get TCV and, well, fuck Viz. Once we get TCV, well, not Viz, sorry, I take it back, John Murray. But once we get TCV, I'll do like fully have like a good explanation for this, but so far what I think is going on is, basically the flames become stronger. Let me actually get, okay, let me hide my monitor as I get the thing for myself. What I think is going on is, due to the range of the domain and the amount of dust that's created from cleaving this mantle, I think two things are going on. Alright, let me get the thing. So the first thing is, actually no, forget the dust. I'll talk about the cleaving this mantle first. It seems like just innately with the technique, the more that you cut with cleaving this mantle, the stronger the flames will come. Maybe. Or at the very least, that's a requirement for it to become open. So what the translator said, the narrative story, is only after going through the preparations of the food of dismantle and cleave, the door of the hearth will open. So, first of all, you need to, I think maybe the more he cleaves and dismantles would make it stronger. And it is sort of backed up by these lines by the narrator. So let me continue. The narrator says, due to this binding vow, all substances that have been turned into curse technique acquire an explosive cursed energy equal to that of hearth. What I think is going on is that the more dust that's created by cleaving this mantle, like turning everything into dust, just dust, destroying everything, the stronger the technique becomes, because all of that dust becomes explosive. Right? It makes the technique itself, like all the dust is as strong as the technique itself, so the more there is, the stronger the technique will become. So thus, if you increase the range of the domain, the more that cleaving this mantle will destroy its technique, and the more dust that will be made, thus the stronger hearth will become. I think that's what's going on here. And, you know, the narrator says at the end of it, furthermore, Sukuna's temporarily changed the specifications of his barrier, limiting the entry and exit of living beings, keeping the area of Malevolent Shrine, actually that has nothing to do with, oh it does. Keeping the area of the effective Malevolent Shrine hermetically sealed. without reducing its output of cursed energy. I think that's what's going on. So you guys can let me know if you have like a different interpretation of this statement. But then the narrative thus says, like, I'll finish off here. The dust, again, it keeps talking about the dust. I think the dust is really important to increase the attack potency of the technique. The dust that has been transformed into thermobaric explosive cloud spreads to all corners of the domain. So it's about the dust. The dust is making it stronger. Due to the heat of Hearth, a high temperature shockwave with an instantaneous and explosive transition, combined with the decompression and supercompression, leads to the death of all living beings. So yeah, that's why I think the more range he creates and the more he destroys within that range, the stronger the technique becomes. And it's pretty crazy because this is not his this is not as strong as the Hearth could have been, because he's only making it at as big as it was in Shibuya, which is 70% of his max range. Meaning that the Hearth we saw in this chapter was only 70% of its true power. Is that not crazy? And we don't know, like, if it becomes exponentially stronger, the more the rate. Probably not. Like, that's probably just too much. But yeah, crazy, isn't it? God damn.
Congratulations.
Oh, congratulations, Buddha. Shout out Toto Line, man. Thank you very much for subscribing to Vits. I don't know how you say it, but thank you, Vits. Thank you very much for subscribing. It's much appreciated. But yeah, pretty wild, is it not? But couldn't Sukuna have maximized the range, then sliced everything after Gojo's domain broke the first time, and then used it? That's what I was thinking of as well. I was actually thinking about that and before I started the stream. Like, after he broke Gojo's domain, why didn't he just increase the maximum effective range? But I think the issue is that this is okay. You know what? I'll show the thingy here. So I'll go to Viz. I think he can't use the flames back to back because once the dust has turned into explosive, it's been used as an explosive powder almost. I think he can't reuse that dust because it's like already been used once. Let me find the Gojo chapter. I think maybe the issue of the Gojo moment is that too much time had passed after he used the technique. So things like outside the domain had turned into dust, but probably the dust had settled or just gone away because so much time had passed, like during the inner domain clash. So even if when he did, like, maybe when if he did try to expand the range, it just wouldn't have been the whole thing. Was it chapter 227? Let's go here. All right, let's see. Oh, I think it was 226. Oops. Let's see. Yeah, it was 226. Let's go here. And we go 220. Yeah, I'll go 225 for now, just so you can go like from the beginning. Akari won't have a power up. I mean, I don't think he. I mean, he needs a power up to beat Urumi. Unless like the 7-7 jackpot is something, like the Legend of True and the 7-7 jackpot does something, which at this point I doubt, but you know, it is what it is. So let's see the domain, right? We can see everything outside the range has already been turned into dust. I guess maybe too much time had passed. Maybe? That's I'm just trying to rationalize it. It's the only way I can justify I'm not just expanding his range and just firing off at Gojo. Because yeah, like right here, he has like his own open domain open, and he has this opportunity twice. And he just doesn't expand his range. He cuts Gojo. And Gojo just like tries to dip out of the domain. You think I'd let you go? Damn. It is what it is. Yeah, I don't really know why I didn't just like maximize the range right here. Unless like the dust, I don't know. I really don't get it. Because like maybe even if he maximizes the range, too much of the area has been destroyed already by the domain clash. I think that's the only thing. Due to changing the range of the domain Gojo fight, he couldn't pull it off effectively. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, actually, you're right. So the narrator did say that, right? I'm 60. It must be that. It must be what I was saying because he's changing the range so much. Everything, a lot of the like outside of the domain and within the domain is already dust, like as we see. So like, the area is already dust around them. It's already been destroyed. Like the dust is already gone, and by the time even if he was to like expand the range, the dust around them is already gone. Maybe that's like the explanation on why that was that. That's the only reason I can think of. It goes in line with the narrative saying too. And I see the poll as well. A lot of people are saying, yeah, Masterclass, 10 out of 10. 2% said bad? What? Guys, this was not a bad chapter. There's no chance. There's no chance. That's what I think is going to happen next chapter. Obviously, we have the legendary... Wait, I just had an insane theory. Wait. Maybe Nobita really is back, and they haven't told Yuji and everybody else because of the resonance theory, because they don't want Yuji finding out. So Nobita may have come back, but Mei's keeping on the low as a secret ace against Sukuna. Wait a minute. Oh no, the Nobita copium is like at an all-time high. I can't even lie. But what do I... Oh, I can't... Okay, wait. What do I even make a video on? Okay, tomorrow Binding Vows, the day after that Nobita. Nobita's not coming back. I'm just saying, man, it was commonly said, if Todo comes back, Nobita's coming back. Or if Nobita comes back, Todo... I consider those two as a package. If one's coming back, there is no reason why the other one shouldn't come back. Nobita's coming. I'm telling you, man. I am all on that Nobita hype train. Bro, Todo is out for, like, just like Nobita, half the story, and he came out of thin air. Bro. He literally materialized out of thin air during the Gojo Sukuna fight. So, and there's a reason. A reason was given why Todo hasn't appeared yet, and that reason applies to Nobita too. Like, Nobita could come back, but obviously they don't want Yuji to know because then Sukuna may find out about it. Nobita and Gojo coming back together, I mean, that would be pretty wild. That would be pretty wild. Oh man, I mean, that would be one of the greatest chapters of JJK history if Nobita comes back. I can't even lie. But I can't believe I will say though, like, again, the Choso, contrary to what, like, this, I'm not gonna insult him. Contrary to this bad take is all I'll say. Yeah, like, I thought it was, like, very well written. It was very sad. It hurt a lot. Like, I'm still very, very hurt. I can't lie, but it was very well written. And I'm glad Choso did get the flowers and respect he deserved. Unlike Kashima, Kashima got done so dirty with his death. I'm glad Choso didn't get that treatment. And yeah, I tweeted this in January 6th, so in the beginning of the year. Well, not a bit less than half a year ago. Bro, I said, if Yuji finally calls Choso Big Brother directly in Choso's dying moments, I'll cry for a week straight and never forget. Bro, how did I... Damn GEGE, man. I knew this guy. Man, I'm speechless. Even in the replies, I'm like, yeah, definitely something GEGE would do. And then this guy, he even, like, predicted the way it happened. Oh my god, man. Oh my goodness. GEGE seeing this post and making it happen. Oh my god, dude, this is in January. And then this is me again in January, like, yeah, I'm saying hypothetically in the future, maybe giving his life to say, oh my god. What? GEGE, you didn't have to actually do it, man. Like, GEGE, this is not... What the hell is it? Smallest man who ever lived. Why is this trending? Like, am I brave? I swear, if I click this and there's something that's gonna get me banned, it was good streaming, guys. It was good knowing you guys. What is this even about? Politics or something? I don't know. Maybe Kendrick? Smallest man? I don't know what this is. You know, I'm genuinely afraid to, like, go through the trending, because if it shows something that could get me banned, like nudity, then I'm cooked, man. I'm just banned. Because, like, on Twitter you won't get, that's fine, but on YouTube, I'll be cooked. Down one, another 6 to go. Bro, GEGE, like, really, man? By the way, let me pause the music. So you can see here, Navia. I got Navia's theme playing, you know. Shout out Navia, man. One of my favorite characters. I got a fully built crown, of course. I got like 31 Genshin characters fully built. I got a weapon as well. Let me pause the music while I play this.
Is that
Oh, that is loud. That is quite loud. So basically, I'm saying, like, this is Sukuna and Binding Vows.
There's a special ability our people share, forbidden even amongst our most sacred clans. And we're just going to abuse it? Oh, maliciously. Bitchin'. How we do?
Bro,
there's a special ability our people
really
share,
Sukuna,
forbidden.
Bro, that is actually Sukuna. Navia's OP, she's awesome. Like, this guy is just maliciously abusing Binding Vows. God damn. I am addressing this in the video. Absolutely. bring Gojo back at the moment and let him team up, because I don't know how many people are gonna get killed after this. Bro, I mean, Todo's neck might be on the chopping block. I can't even lie. You know, this really does go in line of what GEGE said, how he wanted Todo to be like Kenpachi from Bleach. How he's a character when everyone's at their lowest, when there's no hope, he appears. Right? And it really is fitting. It's exactly like how he said Hyrule, I think he said like a year or two ago. The Hikari slander, again, at an all-time high. It is what it is. Yeah. I can't even lie though, like, what are your thoughts by this? So, on the binding vows, as a whole in JJK, like with Sukuna abusing, I mean, I'm a Raiden A main. Oh no, don't worry, I've got her too. Like, I've got her C1, no, I've got Raiden, sorry, C2, and I've got her weapon. And I've got a triple crown, fully built. So, yeah, I like Raiden as well. I love binding. Binding vows is a fantastic concept, but it's just with Sukuna abusing them and nobody else abusing them. It's sort of, when anyone can abuse them, like we saw Miwa just activated one in the spur in the moment. Why isn't Yuji? I mean, it's a bit weird how Yuji's not using. I think that's my issue with it. Like, really, Yuji? Sukuna using binding vows makes sense as long as GEGE. Yeah, I agree with that. As long as we know what the consequences are. But it is like a bit. It's like, dude, every second it's like binding vow, binding vow, binding vow. Bro, I'm not exaggerating. Like, it's really cool, and I wasn't complaining about this before, but like, damn, really, Eternal Flame, good to see you, my guy. Hey, what are you saying, Eternal Flame? How you doing? How you doing? The Knave, I don't know how you say her name. Arlecchino? I don't know how you say it. Might just be the most broken character. Yeah, she's strong. I really wanna. Right now, I'm not on 50-50, but I'm 55 wishes in, and there's only 5 days. I don't think I'm gonna get her. I don't think I'm gonna get her. I really want her though. I want to know the drawbacks for Sukuna. I want to know it as well. I wonder what they're gonna be. Like, there must be something major. Oh, let me move the chat section in the right place. Perfect. He isn't abusing them. He simply has something to give that's worth it. No, it's true. Both those two things can be true. Also, thank you very much for subscribing. That got away. Thank you very much for subscribing. Much appreciated. I think it's true that he is giving something that's worth it all the time, but he's still abusing it. Like, I think both those things can be true to Zizu. And by the way, abusing doesn't necessarily mean bad, by the way. You can, like, abuse a technique, and I'm not saying it's bad writing or something bad like that.
Thank you so much, best of friend.
Thank you so much, best of friend. The Todo and Yuji voice lines for, like, subscribing and donating and members, like, it is more thing than ever with this chapter. Much appreciated. Eternal Flame. Go YouTuber. 13 months. Jerry, anyway, I'm chilling. Yeah, man, it's been a year. Brother, it has been a year. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I want to know your thoughts about it, on the whole, bro, Choso dying. I know you love Todo. Todo coming back. I've known Kaya for a year. I feel like we've known each other longer, no? It doesn't feel that long. I feel like the opposite. I feel like we've known each other, like, way longer than a year. Has it only been a year? I feel like the opposite of you, I think. What the hell? Damn. Yeah, I think GEGE's allergic to giving us desired interactions. Again, it is a crime. It is a crime how Todo and Choso never interacted. What is this? Eternal Flame, hot take. Todo should have never come back. Bro, don't let Alonzi hear this, bro. Don't let Alonzi hear that. What? Why? What's the issue with Todo? And there's a really good explanation. We have the resonance. That was like, I can't even lie. The whole resonance thing is complete bullshit. But you know what? GEGE needed a reason why no one knew Todo was back yet, and he gave one. I'll take it. I'll fucking take it, man. R.I.P. Todo x Yuji x Choso interactions. Yeah, man. Here's my issue with it. EF tripping. Oh, Eternal Flame. I mean, Eternal Flame. I don't know if you have time. You might be busy, so maybe, or if you just don't want it. But if you want it, bro, you could come on here and just explain away. I'm interested to hear this. We could hop on a call right now. Todo should have come back next chapter. Taken away from Choso's death. I don't think so. I don't think it takes away from Choso's death. I don't think so. Oh, bet. All right, let me hide my thingy while I get Discord open. Summon me. We're about to type it. All right, let me go to Discord. All right, let's hear this. I am curious to hear this. Discord. All right, it's gonna take just a minute though, because obviously on my laptop, when I stream, absolutely laggy. Spontaneous E Flame collab. Summon me, bro. I'm summoning him in like Maharanga. With this sacred treasure, I summon the Eternal Flame. Alright, let me scroll down to... where is Eternal Flame? Bro, it's just so laggy. Cogna is the name. I don't know what that means, Cogna. Damn, I don't think you've ever, because we always talk in groups, so we just like a bunch of groups. Let me just find you individually. I couldn't. Let me go search Cogna. Oh, I searched Conga. What is that? I don't even know what that is. Cogna. Here we go. Click. Just messaged you. Oh, I see it. Yeah, I see. Cogna is typing. All right, let me get this ready. Oh, let me turn the music down as well. So, adjust the music to like 30. And cool. Oh, we have messaged each other before. Here we go. It was in October though. Yo, hello?
What's up?
Yo, what are you saying?
Oh, good. You're glitching a little bit on my end.
Oh, is it good? Is everything good?
Oh, it's good now. It's good now. Okay. Okay. Hi, everybody.
Hey,
I didn't expect to be here today, I'll be honest. So,
we got the Eternal Flame. Summon him with this sacred treasure. Wait, what is this about?
What's up?
I gotta hear this take. Wait, so you said you didn't want Choso back?
Okay.
Wait a minute.
So I'm happy Toto's here. Don't get me wrong. I'm very happy he's here. My issue is, if they brought him in, they should have brought him in earlier. Mainly because Toto being here kind of ruins Higuruma's death. Because if Toto was here, he should have been able to help with Higuruma's plan, and Sukuna would be dead.
Ah, wait, actually, I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Like, there was too many situations where Boogie Woogie would have been useful and ended the entire game, in my opinion. So,
All right, I got
that's my issue with it.
The Discord on the screen as well. Actually, wait, okay, let's actually think about that. So let's say Toto was around with Higuruma. Wait, are you saying he could, like, Boogie Woogie Sukuna into...
Swap.
Wait a minute, that's true.
Yeah. Like, the thing that we also know, it doesn't rely on strength either, so it's not like Sukuna can just resist it. So if he was there, it would have just ended the fight. Like, my opinion is just he arrived way too late.
There's nothing Sukuna can do about it as well.
Yeah.
He just, like, let's say he's gonna...
No one other than Kashimo and Gojo needed to die.
Like, he goes to stab Yuji, Higuruma, clap, and then Sukuna's there, and he's just like, he can't dodge it.
Yep. I mean, even if it is a different CT, like someone else said in the chat, Toto can still swap things. If Toto can swap people and birds, he should be able to swap that.
I mean, he's got a huge
and just
range
set
on
up
it,
the
too.
circumstance. Yeah. He can do it with someone inside a domain and not looking at them. Like...
Wait, I'm speechless.
Sign of vision.
Because you're right.
Yeah. Like, I'm happy he's back, but you're a little too late.
I mean, okay, I guess Dice is a bit fair. Like, we're not 100% sure Boogie Woogie's back. I mean, it did sound like he used it, though, on people within the domain. It sounded like he did use it. But, I mean, Toto was a bit unsure as well, if it worked.
I mean, yeah, like, he is a bit unsure that it worked, but I think what he's more unsure about is if they actually survived, not if he'd swapped them. At least from what I can tell.
Damn. Yeah, actually, that makes more sense.
Yep. So basically, yeah, Toto screwed up.
What the hell? I'm just, like, trying to think about, like, it just makes too much sense. Wait, I'm like, is there no...
I genuinely was trying to think of a way that this wouldn't actually make sense as well, because I like the fact Toto showed up, but there isn't.
Yeah, like, if anyone in the chat has anything to say, I mean...
If anyone has a way to debunk me, please debunk me. I want to be debunked for once.
I think you're right. What the hell? Just like Boogie Woogie right into the executioner's sword?
Yeah.
Can Sukuna use that technique he used against Yuta to block? No, it wouldn't block. The sword is like a metaphysical It's not real. It's like a spiritual sword. You can't block it. It's why when Higuruma's was about to cut Sukuna, he actually had to cut his hand off, so it didn't hit his own body.
Yeah.
Damn. I mean, what were your thoughts overall of the chapter, though? I mean, Choso, bro, Choso. Oh my god.
The Choso death scene was just. Oh, it was absolute peak. I love the Choso death scene. I feel so bad for Choso at the same time. My heartstrings have been pulled on successfully. But yeah, like my main issue is just around Todo right now. Other than that, I absolutely love the chapter. Also because I find the reason.
Yeah.
Like why Todo didn't reveal himself to be dumb. But that could be fixed by translations.
I mean, there's so. You know what I'm just thinking, man? If they just went all in, like, I understand the reasoning. Like Huskab explained it. I really do understand it. I get why, but just I guess it's more of a hindsight thing. If they just went all in against Sukuna and said we'll take care of Kenjaku somehow afterwards, like we'll just take that a risk, they would have cooked Sukuna. Like think about it. After Higuruma's domain ends, then Yuta comes in, so they've got the execution sword. They've got Sukuna trapped within Yuta's domain, and they have like Boogie. Oh, it's just over. Like, bro, imagine Yuta tells Sukuna to stop moving with curse speech. Then Todo boogie woogies him right next to Higuruma, who just like right behind him, who just stabs in the sword, and he can't even move.
Yep. There's also other circumstances too. Someone else in the chat just mentioned that Todo might have been considered a special threat, which that I 100% agree with. But Sukuna wasn't aware of Todo the entire time. There was another way that Todo could have been useful, but that depends on if they're willing to sack Megami or not. Which is swapping Sukuna with the world slash.
Wait a minute, bro. Wait a minute. I guess you'd have to be fast enough to react to it, but it's not. That's very possible.
I mean, he also, in order to use the world slash, he needs to chant and then make hand signs and direct it with his hand.
Imagine he just swaps himself with Sukuna gets hit by his own. That is.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I mean,
welcome.
Bro, you just like opened my eyes, my mind. Like, what the hell?
Yep.
I mean, by the way, because I'm seeing a lot of people say that this might be the final stretch for Sukuna. It's very different. Like some people think Sukuna's gonna kill Todo and go on a rampage, but some people are saying this might finally be it to beat Sukuna because he's got like technique burnout, missing two hands, like heart is fucked, like output nerf to hell, can't use reverse curse technique, can't use domain, can't use flame. Like he is so nerfed and he can't even use his regular curse technique. Like this might be the time to just beat him, like fully end him right here. Do you think he's actually gonna lose, or do you think he's gonna bind me, Valkyne, save me, and just
binding Valkyne?
Yeah, like
he might lose. Like this might be like the final portion of the battle. I don't think anyone else is coming in after this point, though. If I'm being honest.
Whoa. No, but
no. At the same time, Todo introduced the possibility of anyone coming in.
I mean, the reason why Todo is gone, like there's two reasons why Nobita could come back. The first, that reason applies perfectly to Nobita. They don't want Sukuna to know, so no one knows. There we go. First of all, but second of all, it was just so perfectly explained, even with the wording, soul resonance. It was just worded in such a way that it makes it like suited for Nobita to come. It's like it's almost foreshadowing Nobita coming back. How it makes it sound like Yuji and Sukuna have soul resonance connection. I think he just outright says that, which is how Nobita's technique works. So
I can see that.
No,
so maybe they might end up coming into the future.
Oh, that would.
I do have other problems like a soul resonance thing, but it's more so if they're establishing that Yuji and Sukuna have a soul resonance connection. Why have Yuji involved with the planning at all, other than telling Yuji, "Hey, develop some way to weaken Sukuna's soul"?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Like this guy is like aware of the whole. By the way, I think I'll just say this now. Todo's explanation, Meme's explanation, is bullshit. I think
100%. Like that.
Added
that.
Just wrong. Yeah, he just added that in as like, oh, this is why nobody knew Todo was out. Like, even though it makes no sense, because we know that because Sukuna asked Yuta and Yuji, "How did you guys get so strong? Like, what happened?" And he's even questioning, like,
we're on the same wavelength.
Yeah, like their reinforcement has increased, they're way stronger, like they've drastically improved, and he keeps questioning how. Sukuna is clueless. He is absolutely clueless about like the plan, and he even thinks like when Yuji hits him with a soul resonance soul attack inside of Yuta's domain, he's like, oh, so this must be the second plan. Like he's just figuring it out. He has no idea about any of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So they could have had Todo, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, just Todo 100% screwed up so many times. This battle would have been over if Todo was here. and the only deaths would have been Gojo and Kashimo.
Yeah, oh man.
Until they reveal what the limitations are. If they reveal some specific limitations on Toto's technique for why he hasn't been here this entire time, then I can kind of excuse it. It really depends on what the future holds for us.
Like maybe he made this is a bit crazy, but maybe he made like a binding vow to only use it after or during Sukuna's domain expansion.
That could be it.
That's like a massive stretch. Like, I really don't think that's it, but I don't know what else. Like, I don't know why else he just is coming in last.
Neither do I.
Like,
GEGE really needs to explain it, because when you really I didn't think about it at first, but then I was just like, wait a minute, if Toto was here, he would be able to save so much of the plot. Why?
And he would have saved so many characters. I mean, he could have saved Higuruma. Now, to be fair, Sukuna did separate Higuruma. Higuruma wouldn't have died to begin with. It's like you said. He would have just boogie-woogied right into the executioner sword.
The other issue is Sukuna seemed to be completely unaware of Toto until Toto revealed himself as well, which is why I don't think that Sukuna would have been able to notice him.
Imagine Toto decided to come in at different moments. So see when Sukuna was charging up the world-ending slash against Higuruma when he had him isolated. Imagine he's just in the background, hiding in a building, because we know he's got huge range on his technique now. He's just as Sukuna just before he fires it, he claps as he fires it, and then Sukuna just gets kind half by his own, like you just said. There's so many times he could have done that.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have saved Gojo. Wait a minute. That's a bit of a stretch.
I don't think he could have. I don't think he could have saved Gojo, because I don't think any of them knew what was about to happen.
Yeah.
Also, that was when Sukuna made the binding vow that he didn't have to do anything in order to do it in exchange for having conditions later on. That's why I say that he could have only really stopped everyone other than Gojo and Kashimo dying.
I wonder, since we know that Ui's basic teleportation is, basic curse technique is teleportation, and then he could even, I guess, extend the technique so far that he could swap, teleport, between the souls of living beings. Do you think Toto, it's just an idea, but if he gains a grasp of the soul, do you think he could clap and swap the souls of people?
Maybe? I think Toto has to be more aware of the soul, but at the same time, it could be possible that Mahito gave that to him. It could be possible.
Possibly.
It's a lot of JJK is all based around interpretation and how a character interprets something. That's established extremely early on for Mega Bay. Power of interpretation, baby.
Kind of reminds me of Undead Unluck in a way. Have you read Undead?
I need to read that.
It is.
Yeah.
It's good. I can't even lie. I have it over JJK, just in terms of how good it is.
Oh, really? All right, I will read it then.
Really, really, really good.
Yeah.
Tell me misfortunes of fortune. I mean, GEGE's gonna hear the stream and go hella exposition next chapter. Thanks to Eternal Flame.
If that happens, then you know why. You're welcome.
But he's just watching this right now, sweating. Oh shit! I didn't think about that.
Oh shit! They called me out.
He's gonna write the narrative saying, "Oh, Toto placed 10 binding vows. You can only use it after the domain." Okay, GEGE.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, this chapter it's surprising because there's not too much to talk about, but at the same time, so much happened with the whole Choso and the afterlife. The flames as well, bro. The flames got such an insane explanation. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
Oh, I love the explanation for the flames. They are crazy. I'm still kind of just stunned a little bit by the explanation for it, but at the same time, it's GEGE. I shouldn't be surprised. I
have a theory because the narrator says that Sukuna is only allowed to target one person in the flames unless it's in the domain. When it's in the domain, then he can target multiple people. But otherwise, the flames are only allowed to target one person, or he can't use it. I wonder because that's such a it makes no sense for a curse technique to have that limitation. I wonder if he made a binding vow in the Heian Era during a fight, similar to how he nerfed the world-ending slash forever, that he nerfed the flames forever in the past to make it way stronger.
That wouldn't surprise me, to be honest, because I've always thought Sukuna made a bunch of binding vows on Cleave and Dismantle to make it more powerful. For example, you know how Sukuna sometimes has to do with hand signs in order to launch out Cleave and Dismantle, or does hand signs, right? Mm-hmm. I've been thinking those are binding vows Sukuna placed on Cleave and Dismantle for stronger slices in comparison to the ones he can do without moving at all. It's just Sukuna's so strong we've never been able to notice.
I think at least for the hand signs, that might just be like a
That might be like the chance and hand signs type things, yeah.
like how Gojo does the hand signs for red all the time, or blue. Well, blue's a bit weird. Gojo doesn't do hand signs for blue. I think he's mastered to that, but at least with red he does. But it's not impossible though. I mean, maybe like originally he had like the mind slashes all the time, which is pretty scary to think. But like you're saying, you know, I mean, in and of itself, binding vows, like chants are sort of just binding vows. Like you're making the technique stronger, so you're not wrong.
Yep. There is a lot that can be done when you think about it properly.
Yeah, and I wonder, like, what must have happened in the past to make the flames that much more restricted? I wonder who he's fighting. But again, he added another binding vow in this chapter. We don't even know what the consequences of these binding vows are, so what he gave up. But, I mean, do you have any theories on that? Because I'm going to make a video on this tomorrow. And I can't lie.
What he gave up?
Yeah, I'm just like, that's what I'm really thinking about. What he gave up to fire off the flames the way he did this chapter. Because it said he made binding vows. Let me go back to the page.
He might have made like a cooldown for the fire arrow. But that's something I can see him doing.
Let me see. Wait, so the flames of the hearth have no speed in contrast to their firepower, as well as a limited area of effect. To solve these problems, Sukuna imposed a binding vow on himself. So the binding vow was specifically for the speed and the limited area of effect. What could he have sacrificed? I guess that's a good theory. But because it seems like he wouldn't be able to use the hearth after anyway. I mean, he would. He can always use the flames, but it just wouldn't have been nearly as strong. Because it wouldn't have the dust from the domain, because the dust has already been used from the domain, and not only can he not use the domain again, but even if he did, everything's already been turned. There's nothing to turn back into dust after his domain expansion. It would have been like a good binding vow. Like it would suit because he wouldn't be able to use the flames at max capacity anyway. So then he just puts the binding vow to not be able to like add a cooldown anyway, just for the sake of it. Hey, China Doll, good to see you. What's up?
Yo, what's up? I really want to know what these binding vows is. Like, that's one of my biggest problems with JJK right now. I'm okay with Sukuna making binding vows. The thing is, you need to establish what the binding vows do the second they make them. Like, I know why Sukuna isn't, or why GEGE isn't doing that, because he, like, I feel like GEGE wants to, like, establish he makes a binding vow so he can write it in later and come up with it later, because that seems the type of offer GEGE is. But at the same time, I feel like they need to do it now instead, or that's a better way to do it.
I mean, even with the world-ending slash, because with the moment he made the binding vow, even though it was explained 20 chapters later, it seemed like GEGE knew what the binding vow was from the beginning. Because against Kashimo, against Higuruma, against everyone, like during those 20 chapters, he was using like, we could see the consequences of the binding. So GEGE knew, he just didn't tell us for some reason, which is weird.
Oh, that binding vow is also so weird. Do you want to know why it's weird?
Yeah.
Because I'm about to ruin even more of your perception.
Oh no.
Sukuna did not need to make that binding vow. Like at all, because he could have gone into his true form and gained hands.
Yeah, that's something I was thinking about as well. It's like a lot. It's so, I guess the only I actually don't know. I'm trying to like justify it. There's just no justification for it.
Welcome to Eternal Flame makes problems for Jujutsu Kaisen that you didn't even think about.
Okay, maybe because I remember I asked this such a long time ago. I remember someone said maybe if Sukuna transformed, it would have put Gojo on guard. But then it becomes like the question of, even if he was on guard, he still wouldn't expect the dismantle to cut through his, or bypass, his infinity. So, you know, he should.
And on
just
top of that,
transform.
all it would take for Sukuna to use the World Slash, if he did transform, would just be spamming making those hand signs. Though someone else did put it probably best. It was just Sukuna was just dumb in that moment, which I can kind of agree with, because you do dumb things when you're on the cusp of life. So him not remembering that option because like Gojo put him that far into life and death, this seems like understandable.
Yeah, he must have just been
adrenaline
desperate,
comes
panicking, like, oh shit, I'm getting cooked. Maharaga's gone. I better just
that's what I think it is.
One shot this
adrenaline's
right
like
now.
the best way to make it happen. Someone else has also pointed out Sukuna avoided the true form until the last minute, though. That's also true.
I mean, it didn't even matter though, because like he instantly activated when Kashimo steps in. He activated instantly. It was pointless in the end. But look at these binding vows, man. Like world ending / binding vow, the binding vow for his domain, like.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And then now with the binding vow of his flame. So what does he not use? He's used the binding vow on the flames, cleaving his mantle, his domain expansion. Like what's left? Like next chapter he's gonna make a binding vow for his reverse curse technique. If that happens, like I call it, man. I wouldn't even be surprised. Like I made a binding vow to never use reverse curse technique again, like for days, if I just get my hands back. Some bullshit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It solves too many issues.
Yeah.
Damn, you're really like, you're really opening my mind right now, like my third eye. Like, holy shit! Wait a minute.
When you go back to JJK, you see how many things that like just dumb choices are made on both sides. It's kind of funny.
I mean,
like, this is like a
yeah.
Like I pointed out a dumb choice for Toto's for the good guy's side and a bad guy's side for Sukuna and Toto. So, equivalent exchange.
Well, I guess it makes a bit more. They're not perfect. I guess they're just people, but they did have a month, to prepare. I guess.
Yeah.
Sukuna's makes the least amount of sense as well. No, actually, none of it makes sense. Like Toto, they had a month to think about that. Sukuna's like the guy should be a genius in terms of combat. He should have just realized, fuck this, transform and just dismantle Gojo. It's not like Gojo would have run away. He would have been on guard, but he wouldn't have just like, oh shit, this guy just did from the fight. It's not in Gojo's style. It's not within his character. I think GEGE just.
I just justify that through adrenaline, because like adrenaline's the best way to actually make that one make sense.
But I mean, Sukuna's the type of guy who'd stay like calm, composed no matter what. There's no explanation, to be honest. Like adrenaline is the only explanation that makes sense for
yeah.
But
100%.
So Chindle says, I think GEGE just made this stuff up now. Like he made Sukuna too powerful.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. I don't think he had those binding vows planned originally. I think it was originally going to be like the requirements for the technique was the freehand signs.
Maybe, man. Maybe. I mean, but against Jogo, I don't know. Hey, Kurto as well. Goid artist, one of the most Goid artists on Twitter. Shout out Kurto. Says Kai, what's up, man? What's up? He wore Kamu Toki before transforming. It's a bit weird, like, why didn't he just enter the Gojo fight? I guess, no, that makes sense, though, because he needs 4 arms for the Kamutoki. Because he could use it with 2, but then it would, like... He'd need, like, the 2 hands to use domain hand signs, all that stuff to make his technique stronger. But, I guess that makes sense, at least.
Yeah.
But, by the way, because I saw, so Chandra was saying the curse technique reveal was kind of a letdown. I'm okay with the reveal, but what I more so think is going to be a letdown is if all Sukuna has is the flames. I want to like your take on this. So like my take right now is because I was expecting this open to have like so much more, like maybe not just flames, there's more to it. Like there was such a mystery that was hyped up for so long, which granted it's like on us the audience because we just went crazy with the theories. But I mean, what are your thoughts on it? If it really is just flames and there's nothing else to it, that's it.
If it's just flames, I'm just gonna see this as another moment. Like it's gonna be in my mind similar to a Kashimo moment where like the fans hyped it up and this is our fault for having high expectations. I'll be a bit disappointed that my expectations weren't true, but at the same time, we didn't have much that were leading us into this direction. Sukuna was going to have this gargantuan amount more. Like I'm hoping Sukuna does show off more Heian Era like cooking method type techniques, but at the same time, like that's just my hopes.
I think that's a great comparison. The Kashimo one, because it's like there was Kashimo did say I have a one-time technique, this, that, and the other, but there's no guarantee that he would have thingied. I mean, we just the audience sort of, granted with a lot of evidence, we thought that there might be more to it. We theorized a lot, and I feel like that's what's going on with the flames. It does suck because he kept it so mysterious. The black box, like open. Even Jogo was questioning what's up with these flames. Kusuga was thinking, what the mysterious flames? Didn't use against Gojo. And I guess that's it. Like
I guess
cool.
just the flames or what was being hyped up all along.
Yeah, it's cool, but nothing new. Like there was no crazy like secret reveal. Nothing. I guess like just the name was what was hidden, like Furnace, Divine Flame.
Yep. Also, Mr. 60 brought up a good point for my entire Sukuna thing, which was basically he wanted to keep 10 Shadows forever, but then Kashimo kind of changed that. Which does give Kashimo more credit.
Oh, so you think him transforming is why he lost the 10 Shadows?
That's what they're saying in chat, Mr. 60.
See, because I always see people saying that, but I wonder, because the way it made it, like, Higuruma made it sound, which is sort of like GEGE trying to tell us, the audience, is that it was because of Gojo that the 10 Shadows was sealed. Because that's what Higuruma says. So let me get the chapter exactly. It's just like, so maybe it was due to him destroying Mahoraga that he lost the 10 Shadows. I don't see why he would lose the 10 Shadows, though. You know?
Neither do I.
So I guess Agito was destroyed, which had a lot of Shikigami in it. Mahoraga was destroyed, but there's still other Shikigami, and there's still like the basic application of the 10 Shadows, such as diving into the shadows and all that stuff, like using shadow manipulation. Let me go to the Higuruma moment. It was chapter 2... It's 243? I can't remember exactly. It must have been around there. The flames are huge, though. It looks like a mini nuke. I mean, it looked like that in the... when he used it against Mahoraga. Unlike the contrary to Jogo, that's what it looked like as well when he used it against Mahoraga in the manga. Like, it was a... I guess the anime also made it look like quite an explosion.
The anime made it look like it was bigger than Malevolent Shrine, my guy. I'm gonna be real with you.
Like, the manga makes it huge, but the issue is, like, it shows it at such a far-off distance. The anime, like you're saying, yeah, it just fucking... Holy God. It was huge. Do we have actual confirmation that he doesn't have it anymore? That's what I was going to get now. So Higuruma says it, but it's just what Higuruma...
My best
Justin Williams, much appreciated for the 5. Shout out, you know, 5 to the 5 thingy. I feel like he has to have more. Otherwise, what was the point of hiding Furnace in the first place? I mean, we agree. We don't agree, sorry.
Agreed.
Like, we agree with the last part is what I'm trying to say, sorry. Like, what was the point of hiding Furnace in the first place? Like, from a narrative point of view. Like, if that was all that there was to it, I mean, what was, you know? Like, we've already seen it all. I guess we just didn't get, like, the detailed explanation of what it is. But,
Yep.
I would love if the first part of the donation is true, though. Like, I feel like he has to have more.
Damn.
I mean, okay, just for a moment, not about what we want, because I think we both definitely want that, right? But just, do you think, do you think Sukuna has more than just flames?
Do I think? At this point, I kind of feel like we're at the point in the narrative where like Sukuna doesn't need to have more. Like, I want him to have more, but we're kind of at the point in the narrative where I don't think he needs to have more, considering how many people are dead. And it feels like this is like Sukuna's like final. You know how like Mahito had his 0.02 second domain expansion?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's the equivalent like of the Fire Arrow right now. Like, the Fire Arrow is his 0.2 second domain expansion.
So do you think... I guess so, but, like, I'm just thinking, like... Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm just trying to, like, think of maybe what else he could have. Like, just in terms of different attributes. So maybe lightning or something, wind, I don't know, something crazy, but... I don't know, I just don't...
If we're going off Heian Era cooking, I actually did some research on this.
Maybe?
If we go off Heian Era cooking, there are, like, a few methods. One of the techniques that he could probably have access to is, like, steam. Because steaming. Another is boiling, because kettle, tea.
So water, maybe?
And the final... Yeah, and the final one is, like, fermentation. Which, fermentation is decay, basically. Like, think Shigaraki.
Oh, that'd be pretty awesome. Nah, that'd be too bro. That would be way too broken.
Yeah.
That'd be so powerful. And by the way, yeah, China Doll, Hiro wasn't even sure of his own curse technique, so I take what he says with a grain of salt. I agree. Because even he just says, I believe Sukuna lost the 10 Shadows technique in his fight against Gojo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was wrong, because he thinks, like, there's a high possibility. He doesn't say it's confirmed, just a high possibility. That confiscation will fall on Malevolent Shrine. I guess, I don't know. Like, but like, what I'm thinking of, let's say he never fought Gojo, and after he took Megumi's body, he just transforms, like, straight into his handful, like say, during the 1 month time skip. Like, would he be able to use the 10 Shadows? I think he would be able to use 10 Shadows.
Maybe? I think the reincarnation stuff is so weird because, like, we have no idea how it functions in, like, a fully reincarnated body that has, like, 2 separate CTs.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't think we've seen that, have we? like there was the case of Yorozu, but like Tsumiki had no technique, so it doesn't
Yeah.
thingy. For like, was there ever a time when someone had two techniques because of that? I don't know. Yeah, I think you're right. There's no example of it, so we don't know if that'd work or not.
The closest example I can think of is Kenjaku. And even then, Kenjaku's weird.
Yeah, I think Kenjaku's weird is probably the best way to sum up Kenjaku's character. I can't lie.
Yeah?
Kenjaku's different
Yeah.
though. Kenjaku's like, he is actually in their body. He like, because the thing is, Sukuna
It's his CT.
Yeah, Sukuna's in Megami's body, so he's sort of in the same scenario as Kenjaku, but then he just suddenly incarnates his own body on top of it. It's like he's no longer in Megami's body. But I mean, no, that's a good point actually. Kenjaku's a good point, because even after Kenjaku switched a body, the technique of the previous body is still like ingrained on his own brain. So you could argue that even though like Sukuna's taken his own body, the technique should be ingrained on either Sukuna's soul or his brain, just like, as it does with Kenjaku. Like how he still has Kaori's technique.
The weirdness, like, the one counterpoint I could say is the fact that Kenjaku's done through a cursed technique, while everyone else is not done through a cursed technique.
Yeah.
That they're just done through soul manipulation. Which makes it weird.
It's a bit odd.
Actually, wait! There is one! Yuji! Yuji!
Wait,
Yuji's a vessel to his brothers, and he has cleave and dismantle.
I mean, no, I get that. So I knew like how Hana would keep the technique, or I was kind of thinking of like the reverse situation though, where wait, how about this? Let's say Yuji from the beginning, from the absolute beginning, had blood manipulation, right, from like the get-go.
Yeah.
And then Sukuna took his body, and then he incarnated. I guess it's the same case as Megami, isn't it? Like,
Oh, no. What I'm saying is, the curse technique that he got from Sukuna is his innate curse technique now. And the curse technique he got from being a vessel is blood manipulation.
I guess. Wait. I think you meant the curse technique as being a vessel is Sukuna's, no? Because the vessel of Sukuna's. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's because, like, Sukuna's CT is engraved onto his, like, curse energy now.
I guess, yeah. So then, in that theory, like, Sukuna should still have the 10 shadows if he were to transform, right? In that case.
Yep, assuming it works the same way as Yuji, which it should.
Mr. Tull, interesting name. Thank you for subscribing. I guess so. No, I agree. Like, that's what I'm thinking about. So that's why it makes it just so weird. And I guess it makes what Hidum is saying true, I guess. Why he doesn't have... Let me go next page. Why he doesn't have the 10 shadows, not using it. Because he says, like, he believes he lost it in Gojo's fight, but why? Was a part of the brain, that part of the brain damaged?
It could just be him making an assumption, because like, keep this in mind as well. At this current point, Yuji did not awaken Cleave and Dismantle, so he doesn't know.
But we haven't seen, what's his name? Sukuna use 10 shadows. And I don't know
Thank you so much. Best of friend.
Thank you very much as well. China Doll for the fight. Always appreciate it. Because, it's supporting the channel and also
Thank you
supporting
so much.
a lot of other...
Best of friend.
Sorry, I know you can't hear Eternal Flame, but like... Yuji's going
No,
crazy.
I can.
You can. Thank you, best friend.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Best of
Yeah, appreciate
friend.
Channel, like supporting me and other JJK YouTubers, like one of the biggest supporters of the JJK community. Much love. And she gifted it to, which is Chance, Mr. 60. Love to see it go to Mr. 60, because like a very active member of the channel. Love to see that. BTB, Yokai, Dice, and Hard to Pronounce. I think, bro, Hard to Pronounce is lucky, because he's gone one before as well. Channel, much love. If you guys can like give some love to Channel, that is very sweet. Thank you very much, Channel. That's awesome. That is awesome, man. Yeah, shout out Channel. Sorry, what was I? Oh, right, yeah.
I'm gonna be real. Forgot.
Yeah, is the technique. So, okay, so we both agree that in theory, he should still have this in shadow. He should be able to use it. I mean,
In theory, yeah.
so then why? Because I guess like maybe this is the... Because Kiguruma could be wrong, but I feel like this is Gege's way of telling us, the audience, that he doesn't have the 10 shadows anymore.
Yeah.
So... Like, why would he lose it in
is
his
so
fight against
weird.
Gojo? Yeah, like, the only reason I can see... Because, again, some of the shadows still exist. Like, so the rabbit still exists. I think the ox wasn't used. Like, I think 2 or 3, at least, like, 3 or 4 of the Shikigami weren't used in Agito and Mahoraga. Yeah, shout out channel. I see everyone appreciate shout out channel. That's very sweet. Much appreciated. But yeah, like I'm just thinking, he should still have a few Shikigami, and he should still have access to, like, dipping in the shadows, going into other people's shadows, manipulating his own shadow, storing things in his shadow. The Ox was a Gito. I just kind of like assumed the Ox. I don't remember what exactly was. Let me check. I think it was like 5 Shikigami.
We know the
Nagito.
Ox was not in Nagito. We know it wasn't in Nagito for sure. Because like the narrator does go over to say it.
Yeah, I can't remember. The narrator said the deer was in Nagito. The tiger was in Nagito. So it's chapter 200 and
Totality was in Nagito.
yeah. Well, I can't remember. Wait, I always forget this. Like I always have to look this back up. I don't know why. It's like that one piece of information I look up and always forget. Was
Nue was in it.
Yeah, Nue, but do like the dogs count as one Shikigami or 2? I can't remember.
Yeah, they count as one.
Count as
Similar
one,
to how
okay.
Nue is now. Remember, Nue is Totality with Orochi now, and they count as one too.
Oh no, I meant before that. So I just meant like the base 10 shadows.
Oh no, the dogs count as one in the base 10 shadows.
So like
We
2
know this because like when you
The
count
volume-
it counts to 10.
Well, yeah. Let me go to the let me put that back up, and just search on Google because I remember GEGE like made a volume extra. All 10
Oh, I know what volume extra you're talking about.
shadows volume extra. Dude, I'll promise you, like tomorrow I'll forget about this. For some reason, I should always forget. Let's see. Images, and I'll show the monitor as well. Here we go.
Yep.
So, yeah, the divine. So both the white and black dog that count as one dog, divine dogs.
Yeah.
Then Max L.
They count as one.
Okay, so I believe it was in this chapter. I think where he summons Agito and it's like explain what fusion Agito is. Let's see. Second spin. Oh no, I guess Agito summoned next chapter. The classic when Sukuna summoned a Maharaga to save him yet again. Really? That's crazy. That is iconic at this point. Tranquil deer, bull, tiger.
Back in the old days. Back when it wasn't Go Space Joe.
Back when Sukuna was a fraud. Alright, here we go. Wait, what the hell? Wait, am I going crazy? I swear to God,
Go back, I saw it.
Yeah, didn't the narrator say what was in Agito?
Nue Totality. Looked
Oh,
up.
Nue Totality.
Yeah.
But then what else? I swear to God, he yeah. So you see, like, it was said at some point in the story what was in there.
We also find out later in, I think, like the deer and the tiger was infused into it too.
Wait, am I going?
It was next chapter because the Agito only exists for like 2 chapters.
Yeah. Let me check TCB. Am I going crazy with the Viz? No, include that. I think I'm having like a Mandela effect. I swear to God.
No,
when
it was in the next chapter.
In the next chapter, okay, where it like lists off
Yeah, it lists off like the other ones.
Yuta saying he'd like step in.
Yeah.
It's Gojo losing. Oh, this is like classic. Well, it's just classic JJK at this point. Here we go. Oh, thank God. Okay. So, let me zoom in here. That's Nue with some of the great serpents, so 2. Tiger Funeral, don't know why it's called that. So, Nue 1, Serpent 2, Tiger 3, Roundier 4. So 4, like 4 in like that. Maharaga's 5. Wait, so
We know from the last chapter that Totality is in it too.
Oh, so the Totality had the dogs.
Yep.
So that's 6, right?
Yeah.
So then what should be left is the ox, the rabbits, the elephants, and...
Gojo might have destroyed the rabbits.
Oh, you think so of the... I can't remember, it's like red or blue?
Yeah. It's very possible he destroyed the rabbits. Because, like, we don't see him use it again after that point.
Maybe there just wasn't a need to use it. But you could be right, though. Like, because I remember it was said like if you destroy a rabbit that was marked, it destroys thingy forever. Like, so Gojo would know about that. He'd know about that weakness. So maybe he saw with his 6 eyes which rabbit he needed to kill.
Yep, and as we know, the rabbit is the most useful Shikigami behind what's it called again, Maharaga. So if Sukuna no longer needs that, then he no longer needs 10 shadows.
I mean, hey, it was squared up against Toji, pretty crazy. Yeah, he summons the rabbits, and then Gojo fires someone behind him fires the red of the rabbits. Damn, this is animal cruelty on like an unholy extent. What the hell?
You know what? You're right. Gojo deserved his death. Animal cruelty. Get him.
No, wait. Some of the rabbits are still alive. Look. So after he fires off the red, some of the rabbits escape.
So they might actually still be alive. Huh.
It just depends on if he killed the marked one with that red. But maybe not. Like, unless Sukuna purposely took the marked one with him in the shadows to keep it safe. Which is pretty clever.
That makes sense.
Right after that rabbit destroying red, he launched red purple. Yeah,
oh yeah.
Huh.
He might have nuked the rabbit with the purple. With the unlimited hollow.
Now, I guess unless he desummoned the rabbits is what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Sort of like how he desummoned Maharaga and desummoned, like, Megumi constantly desummoned Shikigami. Megumi coming back with Maharaga confirmed. Megumi's coming back. I'm telling you, man, the strongest character in the series. Strongest, number 1.
Behind Yuji.
True. That'll be interesting. And if they both have Cleaviness Mantle, usually will have blood manipulation, but Megumi will have 10 shadows as well. And he'll be able to use 10 shadows.
Blood is poisonous.
Even so, but if you can use reverse curse technique, okay, if he learns reverse curse technique, he's good. Because you can heal poison of blood. I mean, Yuta could heal Choso's poisonous blood with his reverse curse technique. Give Megumi reverse curse technique, it's wraps for the entire verse.
100%.
Well,
and he should be able to use it actually, because Sukuna experience.
Right, yeah, exactly. You should be able to learn it easier. So, okay, so it's... Just to go back to what was going on here. It was Serpent... I'm trying to go from memory. Serpent, Tiger, Nue, Deer, and Totality. Was it those 5, if I'm not mistaken? Then we have Maharaga's dead, so 6 are dead. We have 4 left. We have the rabbits, the ox, the max elephant, and... What else was that? What was the last Shikigami?
No, not Round Deer.
Huh.
I genuinely can't remember
Frogs.
what the last one...
Frogs.
Frogs.
SMKI, thank you, in the chat. Yeah, so he should have those 4 Shikigami and the general ability to go into the shadows, but now, like, Higuruma's saying it's sealed, and it seems like it is because he hasn't used it once. I mean, I'm sure the Shikigami would have been useful at some point.
Yeah.
Like, a rabbit escape would have been great while Yuji was hitting with those black flashes.
Yeah.
Sukuna's reverse cast technique non-existent. It doesn't want his transformation. Oh, no, I'm just saying he should be able to use it. We're both saying, right? He should be able to use it in the transform
100%.
state. Not that he has like de-transform. I don't even know if he can. Probably included in the.
No, I don't think he can. 'Cause they said it was one time.
Yeah. Megumi just gets his body back and he's just Sukuna's whole form.
He just stuck his Sukuna.
That'd be pretty funny. Yeah, I think no, the body should change with his soul, but that'd be pretty fun. It's not gonna happen, but it'd be so funny if it were the case.
Yeah.
Megumi just got like 4 arms. That'd be pretty thingy. A motionless world can cleave in exchange for 10 shadows. Oh, you think maybe? No, but the issue is like, what chapter was it?
Do you know what the binding vow was?
Yeah.
It was an exchange. In exchange for Sukuna being forced to add 6 steps to it, which was the chants and the hand signs, he was in exchange for that he could do it motionless on Gojo once.
So I think it was chapter 2. Was it 56 or 55? Let me check. Where it's explained. Yeah, the narrator doesn't talk about the thingy. Yeah, I think it's 255. He doesn't include the 10 shadows in the binding vow. Yeah, it's 255.
Yep.
He just says it was like you just said a chance.
Megumi getting 4 legs instead of 4 arms. No.
Oh my god.
That's the poor boy.
It's insane how simply being Sukuna can bypass binding vows. I can't bypass them, but I think you're saying like he's just abusing them by creating them again and again.
Yeah.
Oh, this Navia OVA is OCS such a banger. Wait, do you play Genshin, by the way?
I do not, but I have friends who are obsessed with it.
I may be one of them.
Welcome to the collection.
Here we go. Okay.
No, they've moved on to Honkai Star Rail now.
Oh man, the thing is like, because I downloaded Star Rail day one and I played it day one. The reason I just stopped, it's just because of time, man. Like I barely have enough of Genshin. Like Star Rail on top of that. Oh my goodness, it's so good though. Because my friend plays it all the time. I see all the characters and a lot of them are very hot. And I'm like, oh damn, I wish. I might have to start soon. I might have to start. Anyway, sorry.
Io starts a gaming channel about making.
However,
Chat, would you subscribe to Kaio's gaming channel?
oh man, I mean gaming, that'd be pretty fun. That'd be pretty fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah, would.
However, before transforming, while he has his arms, half his arms, yeah, Sukuna had to make a bite of it, right? So, like the narrator just here saying, like we just said, nothing about Ten Shadows. So he just can't use the Ten Shadows because of plot, I guess. It just said like because of Gojo he can't, but there's not really an explanation on why.
Yeah, there's not really. Yeah.
It is what it is.
So many things are just like really weird when you think about them.
Did you hear? Wait, for Rosen's, is that like Honkai Star Rail? Is that a new girl? I saw she has like a whip. You know, she steps. Okay, I'm gonna finish right there. But if it's not her with the witch's hat, OST of Gojo 200% Purple. I have not heard the OST. I think, unless you're saying it's like in the intro song, then I've heard of it. If it's the person I think I'm talking about, listen, man, you gotta start. I swear to God, it's a good game. I swear to God. I listen. I know I'm
One
not doing
day,
a good
maybe when I'm outside of my Helldivers obsession is spreading managed democracy, maybe.
Oh, what did you think about the whole Helldivers debacle?
Oh, that was fun. I mean, the Sony war was a Sony war, but other than that, we won. We ultimately won, my fellow Helldivers.
Yeah, I can't believe you guys actually made like Sony step back on this. That was crazy.
They understand the power of managed democracy now.
I mean, they saw the money like slipping before their eyes, and like, oh shit.
Yeah.
All right. I think also it is about time we Thank you so much for coming on, by the way. I
No problem.
Especially, what do you say? Like spontaneously, just randomly. I appreciate it. And just last couple chat messages as well. Kudot says, "How soon do you think JJK will end? They ended up bringing back fucking LaRue and Miguel, and now even Toto. I think nobody's coming back. Again, video on that soon. Not the next one, but probably like second next one. But I think we'll go into next year.
I'm calling it now. GEGE is going to make it so JJK ends on chapter 299, so no one can have the satisfaction of it ending on 300. GEGE is petty like that.
I mean, listen, I wouldn't put it past GEGE. This guy is a menace. Oh, Frozen is a fan-made OST. Oh, I see. I haven't heard of that.
Oh, yo, no, Frozen? He's great. I'll send you a shadow.
All right, cool.
I am subbed to him. He is
Frozen.
amazing.
Apparently, he makes OST JJK. Interesting.
Yeah, he has made a lot of them. He made one for he is fast as hell though. Like, really? He's made one for Sukuna's Black Flash, not Black Flash, the Fire Arrow the second it came out.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll have to check
as
that
well
out.
as the 8 Black Flashes, Hikari's theme.
All right, let me. You know what? It might as well be the last thing we do. Let me go to this because you sent it. Thanks.
Yeah. And Samuel Kim is the guy who I mainly use in my background music for my videos.
Oh, so is it copyright free? Oh no, it's Samuel.
Yep.
Copyright free. Oh, I see.
Samuel Kim is copyright free. Frozen, I'm not as sure about.
All right, let me show the big monitor. All right, let's see. It's just taking forever to load because I'm streaming. In my laptop, man, when I'm streaming, it's like dying. It's like I'm choking it alive every second I stream. What do you think is under Toto's hand? I have a sneaking suspicion that he took some inspiration from Haname. Wait, inspiration from Haname? Oh, you mean how she was hiding the flower underneath the bandages?
That could make sense.
Because I saw some people saying maybe Garyuda, which I don't think is the case since Garyu should have dissipated after Yuki died. But people are saying that. I love the theory that it's like a Mechamaru hand. I think someone said as a joke earlier on in the stream that it's a cursed tambourine because it kind of looks like that. So maybe, who knows? Pretty okay. I won't play these in case of copyright, but that's pretty awesome. I can't even lie. I'll subscribe to this guy. Boom.
It is worth checking out, 100%.
All right, I'll listen to at least the Flames one. I gotta listen to this once the stream ends. All right, but yeah. I mean, unless you have any last words, any last things you want to say?
No. I'll see y'all later. Peace out.
Yeah. Again, thank you very much, Eternal Flame. Much love coming on, and thank you everyone who came by the stream and tuned in. It was a lot of fun, guys, and yeah, we'll take care. I mean, you take care. We'll see you later. I will take care as well, though, right? I think.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye.